Mort, I talked to a major dealer in expensive goods this weekend on the Chinese. He said they have stopped buying. As simple as that. You are completely wired in with New York City and that impulse of tourists into New York. Has it ebbed given the global crisis that we see?
Well, it's not just the Chinese, Tom. It's the Middle Eastern customer as well as the Russian and the Brazilian at the same time for their respective reasons. But yes, the Chinese customer, which today represents 1/3 of global luxury purchases,
right,
whether it be in China or outside of China, is suffering.
Have they seen it on Tiffany's at Fifth Avenue or going up Madison Avenue?
Every city in the United States that has a tourism driver in its economy is suffering today from this phenomenon.
Well, what about the idea, though, that a lot of wealthy Chinese are bringing that money out of the country, and we've seen it in their Forex reserve numbers that came out over the weekend. A lot of money flowing out of China, coming into the United States, coming into the UK, and being spent or being put into the bank here or in real estate to try to save some of it from the Chinese government.
Particularly in real estate, but you're right, 50% of all luxury purchases by Chinese happen outside of the Chinese mainland. So effectively, they are taking that money outside of China.
Have we seen a cutback in that, though, because of the anti-corruption drive, or an increase because of the currency and economic fluctuations?
I think that the tourism has ebbed somewhat because obviously they are concerned as to how that may look when people take long vacations. But effectively, because of the growth of that middle class, the tourism is still driving.
There are designers that have completely geared, or at least as an amateur, I would say, have geared to the Asian customer. Miu Miu, maybe Valentino, not so much. How are they doing? Is the bet on the Asian consumer played out for profits?
The Asian consumer is driving very much the way in which the brands engage with that consumer. But effectively, they're doing the fashion shows there, they're creating special lines there, they're moving and improving their stores there. So it's right, an interesting time.
I see the U.S. Open with the big Mercedes logo on the nets as they swat the ball back and forth. Mercedes stepped away from New York's Fashion Week. Tell us about the new fashion show, the new Fashion Week in New York.
I think that the Fashion Week today is becoming a little bit more consumer-friendly. It used to be relatively exclusionary. I think you're even seeing fashion shows now which are now only being done for consumers, no buyers showing up at all, which is incredible. It's never happened before. So I think the use of social media in particular to allow people to join that party.
And Instagram to join it. Well, Instagram is game. Who does Instagram best within your world?
I think that Vuitton and Ralph Lauren get top marks from most of the digital agencies that cover those things.
You can't say enough about Mr. Lauren this hour. Dylan Lauren will join us.
Dylan Lauren's going to join us.
The woman of chocolate.
We'll see if she can Instagram.
Morty, I made a deposit this weekend at the Ralph Lauren store.
You often do that.
A deposit. I made a deposit.
Or did you make a withdrawal?
I got soda water. Would you like a bubbly water, sir? I said, of course.